Hopefully, this video will help my subscriber on finding the newest update RPG games in the action hack and slash genre, which has an English version at all. So I'm sure you will get more of an exciting experience by playing this game now and able to understand the game story and how the combat mechanism will be. Please help this video get 200 likes, thanks. Top 10 Best Action RPG English Version Games for Mobile 2024. Best ARPG for Android iOS 2024. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Wanderer's Eternal World. Wanderer's Eternal World. This is one of the best graphic of action RPG games on mobile 2024. Look at everything is done perfectly and really detailed in visual and character appearance. This game is only available on a certain regions, which only playable to get some feedback by the player. The gameplay is quite unique. We can hunt the monster or play in single player to kill the enemy and obtain some equipment. The main goal is we need to compete with a real-time players in 4 vs 4 and do a hack and slash combat to the enemy's team. It has an artifact set effect system. The more we complete the artifact, then our strength will boost significantly. The combat mechanism is when we successfully land a hit into the enemy, then we will recharge the ultimate skill even faster than normally. After we clear the area, then we can select a random element to put into the skill slot. Always be ready on any obstacle that we need to pass through by jumping, rolling, and even destroying the object around. But honestly, I hope the developer allows the player to change the point of view while in combat, like we are in the city. Wanderer's Eternal World is the best RPG game for Android 2024. Age of Chronicle. Age of Chronicle. Finally, this game released in English version even it's not global yet, but at least we already know if it will globally release in English version. So we will have 3 different job selections, which are warrior with a single-handed sword will give a huge damage, assassin with a dual sword with a high attack speed rate, and the last one is a loli with her huge hammer on her back. Every character has been set with a female gender. The skin will adjust the hero's appearance as well. The combat mechanism allows the player to touch the semi-auto, which the basic attack will done automatically, but it will make our hero die easily because a strong enemy skill will mark on the floor and we should avoid it manually, which I recommend you to play this game in no autoplay. We are only able to cast the regular skill after a certain cooldown time. Be wise on unleashing the ultimate skill because it will recharge longer. This is the best RPG game Android 2024. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry Mobile. Yes, finally we have a huge progress about this game, especially the combat mechanism is getting way better than the beta testing. After getting so much criticisms, finally the developer accepts the feedback and become one of the best action RPG hack and slash games on Android iOS 2024. I noticed there was some new action we can do well in combat, like we can do a counter attack by touching the jump button to trigger a counter actions, and also I love how the developer show us the transformations of the characters. It will grant extremely much power. The combat style is getting way faster and looks pretty dynamic in action even on the air or ground. The combo is the most important thing we should learn, as well as switching the hero in the right timing is very crucial as well. This game is the first action RPG game that allows the player to enjoy the 120 FPS combat. But please note that you need a high spec to run this game perfectly. Anyway, right now we can play the game in a lower size if we compare with a beta version 1. Devil May Cry Mobile is the best RPG on Android iOS 2024. Kingdom the Blood. Kingdom the Blood. Seriously, more game developers should produce 3D realistic RPG games to mobile just like this game. We have so many anime RPG games on mobile, but actually we know how great the player to love get new experience and not just an anime series. It will create a great competition and make the game's genre become more variety. Kingdom the Blood is a samurai-based game, so our main weapon is a sword and we will face a ton of zombies that will come to us aggressively. Even if they can't infect us, we always need to be ready for a sudden attack. When we get infected, then we can find a water or revive by your healing skill to make a debuff skill. Make sure you always focus on creating burst damage by combining some skill and buttons. On their beta testing, they have confirmed if it will become the English version as well. The best RPG mobile action hack and slash mobile 2024. Black Moon Play Park. Black Moon Play Park. Finally, we have a worthy side-scrolling RPG games on mobile that's really good in combat. Seriously, we can create a combo and deal more damage multiple times. We will start picking the characters and every hero will be able to promote into a stronger awakened hero, but it will require a certain level, which is level 30. We can explore a small area while in the lobby and meet another player there, but the main reason is we need to clear every stage by coming into the dungeons. The combat mechanism is really good. Every skill will need some energy to unleash. The energy will recharge automatically every second. Get your ultimate skill orb around to fill up the gauge bar. It will deal massive damage with a bigger area of effect. Actually, we will find so many cutscenes just before the combat start or after the combat finish, but we can skip this all to save your time a lot then. Best RPG high graphic games for Android iOS 2024. Blade X Odyssey. Blade X Odyssey. I'm still playing this game until right now, especially when I have finished the job. The graphic is the reason why I love to play it. It has a high quality visual and really detailed in action. The combat mechanism has an element advantage, so we really need to build up every characters no matter the reasons, because every stage will have a monster with a variety of elements. When we deploy the right hero, then every hit will create a higher damage because of the enemy's weakness. This is the best way to win the games in a flash even when you come into a boss raid. We also need to place the right hero. The combat gameplay lets the player unleash the ultimate skill only when the gauge meter reaches the limit. We can fill it up through collecting the red orb around the arena. Every regular skill will not consume any mana. We only need to wait a certain period of times. Join a guild to have a chat and make a great conversation to make the game feel fun. Best RPG games for Android iOS 2024. Infinite Arcane. Infinite Arcane. This game is playable on mid-range phones, but you need to adjust the setting into a medium set, so everything will run smoothly then. The combat mechanism is super fast in combat. We only need to tap the basic attack, then the hero will come closer into the enemy. So the aim assist is really helping us in targeting the monster. The combat mechanism lets the player learn a new ability after we clear up the area, or enhance the ability by learning the same abilities, then it will upgrade your damage, speed, or critical rate in a percentage. This is a dungeon-based game and the developer is really making an action as his priority. No wonder we only get a little of the game's storyline. In a certain area, we can find the NPC and buy some loot there. This is the best RPG game for mobile 2024. Alpallar. Alpallar Tag Team ARPG. This game is still on development and playable on early access beta right now. That's why the game has less features, and I think the developer only focus on the action combat experience for the players. The gameplay is really easy to learn. We can put the other allies on our side and those characters are switchable anytime without any limit cooldown. The combat mechanism is every time we land a hit, then the ultimate gauge bar will fill up slightly. Every ultimate skill will deal AoE or area of effect damage. I notice how wide the area is even if we can explore the area with our hero. I think the developers should add some hidden treasure chests at the hidden spots or at the corner to fill up the blankness. We can build up the hero by upgrading the talent system and weapons to enhance the equipment. Skill and attributes points is really important as well. Best new game RPG for Android iOS 2024. Metro Beast. Metro Beast Action Roguelite. Honestly, I love the game graphic. I think this graphic should be a standard level for a game RPG that has a small size. Just imagine this game only costs less than 1GB, which is 450 MB. The game has an action roguelite RPG which this kind of game always getting harder and harder every time we have cleared the stages. Every stage we can pick one selection of ability that can be enhanced. Actually, I didn't see any boss raid or equipment dungeon or materials dungeons, which those features should be on the list for the game's developer to add. Because we can only get into one main dungeon. Build up your hero by replacing the stronger weapon and armor and try to level up those things by certain materials that we can get through the main missions. Best game RPG in Casual Gameplay RPG 2024 for mobile. Phantom Blade Executioner. Phantom Blade Executioner. This game is pretty good in art style, probably the only one that has this kind of art style with a very deep darkness theme. The game is set in a medieval era of a samurai. We will fight against so many samurai, but when we fight with the boss, they have a huge size with a great damage. So keep an eye out for avoiding his dangerous skill. We can create a chain combo by combining a different kinds of skill. It's quite tricky anyway, but lucky we are because we can touch the auto semi skill, so we don't need to create a combo with some different buttons. Just click one button will unleash a chain combo. Great job developer to give an easy way to the player enjoying these best RPG hack and slash games for Android iOS 2024. In game, we can summon to get a special skin, but the skin will require specific items to collect first. For me, this kind of visual is a top tier. It's pretty unique, especially the combat is really good in movement as well. You should play this game right now. Soul Knight Prequel. Bonus: Soul Knight Prequel. Seriously, you cannot underestimate this game graphic even if it's made with pixel art style, but the level of the pixel is really good. I love that we can create a room and play together with our friends by inviting the code, so we can hunt the monster and clear the hardest stages in co-op multiplayer. But it's up to you to play in single player to enjoy the storyline or play together to make the game even fun. The combat mechanism allows the player to switch the weapon in combat freely, and the skill will be adjustable by itself automatically, so we can adjust the combat situation as we want. We will get so much storyline that is really funny with a lot of humor, which is really interesting to read. This RPG has become the most played after a few launches globally, which this game has been downloaded for more than 1 million players. Best RPG games for Android iOS 2024.